friends.
Welcome to Leave Me Alone. I'm working on it. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Guys,
Ooh,
Cassie's wearing color.
ooh,
I feel like
ooh.
a proud mom. She's wearing like this pink and blue top off the shoulder
Ooh.
thingy-majig with like a belty belt and like the nice hair. And I'm just and like a maroon on her lips. And she looks absolutely
Okay.
amazing with the rosy cheeks.
Thanks.
And I'm just having
Okay.
a proud moment. I'm like, homegirl is wearing color. We've
You know,
arrived.
there's this girl in my office. Her name is Zola. Zola is amazing. But she came to me the other day and she was like, I was wearing a green dress at the office, and she was like, I'm so excited to see you wearing color.
You see,
And
it's
I
a
just
thing.
laughed at her. She was like, "You wear so much black. Like, I just, like, when you wear color, I get so excited."
You see, it's a thing. I'm like, what kind of ray of sunshine wears black? You should be
Funny.
wearing
So
yellow all the
funny.
time.
Well,
But yeah,
yes, I just need to be brave enough to add yellow to cart. So, yeah.
you got that one yellow dress, and
And
every
it's
time
so
you wear it,
pretty.
it's so
It's so
pretty. So,
pretty.
like,
So pretty.
just do it.
Thanks. Okay, sure. Done. Um, say less. Done. Um, so I was watching. I'm gonna give you one guess as to what I was watching.
Oh boy, this is gonna be very bad for me.
Like,
Also, are you the one watching all kinds of random shit on movies.do? Because let me tell you, every time I arrive on that platform, I'm like, who's watching this now?
um, mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
Because what's the one I saw? There was one I saw, and I was like, the only person who could be watching this again is Cassandra. I can't remember
Again.
now. Like it's something like it's an old series that you've definitely watched before, and then
Sure, yeah.
it
I
felt
mean,
like
look,
you were
it
watching it
sounds like
for
something I would do because I
yeah.
like to rewatch things. So again, I'm gonna give you
You and
one guess
Dammy.
as to what I was watching.
The Diplomat.
10,000 points for Gryffindor. I was watching The Diplomat.
What? Are you serious?
Yes. Yes. Okay. So I rewatched The
How
Diplomat.
many times did
It's
you
just
watch that? Oh,
I've watched it
I
so many
rewatched season
times.
2. I
I've watched
rewatched
it
season
so many
2.
times. I know all of Kate's lines now.
What
Like
is
I
this
say,
season? What did you watch? Season 1 or
I
2?
watched the whole thing. I watched the whole thing, season 1 and 2.
Cassandra, you're
Okay. I
obsessed.
know. I am obsessed. Okay. Like I just want to meet Carrie Russell and give her a hug. Okay. But like I'm at the point now where I can say Carrie Russell's lines with her. Do you, you know what I mean? Like
Okay.
as she said it, like I'm saying it with when she's like yelling at hell, I'm like yelling with her. I'm like in the
Yo,
group.
that was
Um
me with Whoopi on Sister Act.
yeah,
And not just her lines, I knew everybody's lines.
everybody's lines.
I knew everybody's
Um
lines.
so so watching The Diplomat, and I was watching season 2, and when the VP is now sitting with Kate and they're busy
Yo,
talking, like
Allison Janney, I think that's her name. She's
you
so
know that I don't
good.
know anybody's names, but
She's
brilliant. Okay.
she embodies that I'm too good for this world persona on
She
the
really
show.
does.
On
She
the
really
show.
does.
And it was
She
yeah.
did such a good job. Um, and so I was watching the scene where they're busy, like the first time they're discussing how Kate is gonna take over VP. And it's awkward and it's weird, and it's the first time they're talking about it.
Mm.
And um and what's her name? Allison Janney, whatever,
Well,
the VP.
I don't know what's her
I
name on
also
the show? I can't
do you know
remember.
I just call her the VP.
VP, exactly.
I just call her, no, but she does have a name. I just
She
Grace
has a
Penn.
name. I just
Grace Penn. It's
Grace
Grace Penn.
Pan. There we
Yeah, Grace
go.
Penn. So Grace and Kate are chatting, and Grace asks Kate, so you want to be vice president? And she goes, well, no, I actually don't want to be vice president. And Grace is like, wait, you don't want like the second highest job in the land? Like, why would you not want this thing? And Kate's like stumbling through her words, explaining why she like low-key doesn't want the job, kind of does want the job, but doesn't. And Grace like rolls her eyes and she says, I'm here like I have been victim blamed and shamed for
Mm.
my ambition, And here
Mm.
you are, you don't even want it, and it's just placed at your feet.
Mm.
And that sentence stood with me because I was just like, we really, so firstly, as women, there's a lot that we go through. But like one of these big things is we're just, we're not allowed to want more. I feel like
Mm.
the societal narrative and the societal pressure is woman, you should be grateful. You should be grateful for what you've got, you
Be
know?
grateful for, yeah, for how much you've got, how little you've
Be
got.
exactly. Be grateful for how little you've got. Oh, you've made it to the boardroom. Congratulations. Like you should be grateful. And women who then are like, well, I want to not just be at the boardroom, I want to be leading the meeting. Women who are like, well, I don't want to just be leading the meeting, I want to be leading the company. Then, touted as being arrogant or being, aggressive or being all of these different things where their male counterparts, this is not the truth for them. And it
Mm.
just made me be like, it made me want to say to everybody out there, like you, men and women, fine, whatever, you are allowed to want more.
Mm.
You can have everything and you can have a lot. Maybe you don't have everything, but you can have a lot. You're allowed to want more. You're allowed to be ambitious enough to say, okay, I'm VP tomorrow. I want to be senior vice president. And the next day I
Mm.
want to be CEO. You're allowed to
Mm.
say, okay, I've now CEO. I want to start my own business. You're allowed to say, as a mom, I've had a child. I want to have a second child and a third child. You're allowed to want more. There is nothing wrong with wanting more. It doesn't make you greedy. Do you know what I mean?
Mm. Mm.
And obviously, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stop there. Your thoughts.
No, I feel like as women, you're only allowed a certain amount of ambition before people start to look at you as being power hungry.
A thousand
You know what I
percent.
mean? As
Yeah.
being as overstepping your boundaries
Mm.
before you start to lose respect. Like you're only allowed a certain amount of ambition, a certain amount of success. Actually, a lot of us are told, and I've talked about this on the podcast before, where someone was saying to me, "You got to lock a man down before you have power, before you have money, because nobody's going to
Oh,
marry you if you succeed."
yeah.
It's like you need to curtail your successes.
Yeah.
Don't succeed too much. Don't want too much. Don't be too famous. Don't be too good. Don't have too much money in the bank. Don't have a house. Like shrink yourself so that you can be
Exactly. Be less
acceptable
than.
and be less than, even though we know that you're the smartest, we know that you can accomplish, but just don't show it off. Just be humble about it.
Be
So where
humble.
a
Be
man
grateful for what
be
you've got.
grateful. So where a man could be like, I'm self-made and I did this and I did that, a woman should be like, I'm so grateful for the opportunity. It's
Exactly.
like you're not allowed to
Exactly.
be as verbose about the things you've accomplished and the things that you want and the things that you can do. It's almost like you're not allowed to reach for precedent. And I say that with
Exactly.
my chest because every
Amen,
single
sister.
time it gets shot down. And I'm just like, are you people telling me that rather than, and I'm not going to go political, but I'm just saying, rather than have a woman be president, you're going to vote for, okay, I see what's happening. Okay, you're not ready
Yeah.
yet. It's
Yeah.
like, and you see, and people will come and say, no, all right, that's not what it was about. It's possible that's not what it was about. But then you get on Twitter, on Instagram, and you see a lot of the comments from men saying,
Mm.
in what world will a woman lead me? In what world
Sure.
will a woman be my president?
Mm.
And you see nasty conversations about what's going to happen when she has her period days and she has to be in the Oval Office and she can't show up because she's PMSing. And I'm like, first of all, do you understand how biology works? I don't think this woman gets periods anymore. Also, since time immemorial, women have been
I
showing up
just
to the workplace with PMS and nobody knows. Like we pop the
firstly,
pills and we get the work done. It affects
women
nothing.
women were giving birth in cotton fields, taking that baby, putting it
Fair
on their back,
enough.
and going back to pick the cotton. Like, screw the PMS.
Why is that
Uh,
why is that a thing that should prevent you from reaching
Shocking.
for the so I'm like these
Shocking.
kinds of
Shocking.
conversations, it's like how dare you reach for more? You know,
How dare
why are
you reach
you
for more?
even trying
Be
to reach for
happy with
more?
what you've got,
You
and
know,
be
it's
satisfied. So, and for me, I'm like, you can be humble and grateful and thankful and still be ambitious. The two things
yes,
are not opposites of each other. They can
no,
coexist next to each other. I am
mm,
grateful for everything I have now, but you best believe I have ambitions and plans to do more and be
mm-hmm,
more and achieve more.
mm,
The two are not opposite to each other. And I think that you've hit the nail also where you said um where you shrink yourself down to fit into the space.
mm,
And maybe it's a fear response, maybe it's a "this is how I grew up" response,
yeah,
whatever it is. But like, I'm someone, for example, if I look at me, I'm someone who I've been told, like, "Oh, Cassie, you're too loud. Oh, Cassie, you're too much. Oh, Cassie, like, you're too much for this space," you know? And I've heard those things and been like, "Oh, shit, okay, well, sorry." And then I've shrunk myself down to fit the mold that is
yeah,
acceptable to other people,
mm,
in that space. But then I'm not happy and I don't feel comfortable because I'm bigger than the space that you've put me in. And so now I feel cramped and I feel small and I don't have the room and the space to shine. And the minute I've stepped out of that and been like, I hear you, but I disagree,
yeah,
and continued to be myself is where I've absolutely then thrived.
mm,
Um and so again, for me, it's being clear and confident enough in yourself as well to go, I hear what you're saying, and I'm choosing a different path anyway. You know,
yeah.
it's like I hear what society is saying that I should be, but I'm gonna go against the grain anyway.
I feel like the other side of this is also quite true when you look at like all the feminist movements and people in that kind of space. When a woman has, through, you know, hard work and has pushed and has hustled and has come out to the C-suite, somewhere on the C-suite, she's there. And there is, if she keeps on, you know, if she keeps on playing the game the way the men play it, if she keeps on letting the boys club do what they will sometimes with her, there is a possibility that she could really be the woman who becomes president, who gets to the top of the corporation,
Mm,
who
mm,
gets everything.
mm,
And then you see a woman like that who looks like she's on track to break glass ceilings, and she wakes
mm.
up one day and she's like, I'm tapping out. I want to go have a
Yes,
family. I want to
it's
have
so
babies.
true.
And you see the outrage from women. How
I
dare you?
know.
You were the closest one. Why would you do that? How can you let it go? How can you give up? You're going to be the first woman to do this and do that. And you see the outrage online. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's
how dare
true.
you? How dare you be on track to
It's
achieve all of our
true.
collective goals and
Our
dreams and
collective
decide that you
dreams.
don't want it anymore.
And then you dip. I'm with you. You know what? You're right. It's the same thing that happens with Black people. So I'm going into demographics, but like with Black people, anything we do is a representative of all Black
All
people.
Black people,
You know what I
yes.
mean? So if
Yeah.
someone commits a murder, all Black people are murderers. If someone, commits any kind of crime or does anything wrong, it's a representation on all
It's
Black people,
all Black.
right? The same thing is true for the demographic of women.
Mm.
Like, it's like, oh, you as woman, one woman does this, this must be true of all women. But
Yeah.
it's never the
Yeah.
case for white people and for men. do you
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? And someone actually, now I'm thinking about it now. I read a tweet when the Jeffrey Dahmer series like popped up.
Oh God, that
Did you
thing.
watch that thing? Did you watch that? Did we watch that together?
We watched it
No.
together, but
We
then
did watch it
we
together.
didn't finish it. And you went home
Mm,
and you watched the rest. And the moment you left, I'm like, I'm
I'm
out.
done. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I knew that if I didn't continue watching it, I wasn't gonna come back. I knew I had to.
I've never gone back. I don't see a world where I will go back. That's it. It's
It's
done.
that show was heck. hectic. That show was hectic.
I can't.
Anyway, why did I bring up Jeffrey Dahmer? Oh, because there was a tweet. There's a tweet that I read because obviously everybody was talking about the show. And someone was like, I love how nobody is saying like all white people are like like serial murder cannibals. Like, but if this was a black man, it would be late for all of us.
Late.
And that
So
made me
late
laugh.
for all of us.
That made me laugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're absolutely right, because when there is a woman, we're like, no, 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 keep going. Why?
Exactly.
Why?
Why?
You were
Why?
gonna do it for us. You were gonna open the
You were
way for the rest of
exactly.
us.
And then we
Yeah.
put so much pressure on them to be like, it's for the little girls, so that they can see representation, so that they can know that they can
Yeah.
also do it, so that they can know that it's possible, that they can
It's
make it.
too
And I'm
much
just
pressure.
like,
Yeah.
it's great that we want to show the little girls that they can do it and they can make it. But if this woman is like, I need to tap out, I'm tapping out, someone else should
Yeah.
also work hard and rise to that position. Like both things should be okay, is what I'm saying. It should be
1,000%.
okay for women to be ambitious, to want to get to the top, like to the toppest top. I'm
Mm,
for it. But at the same time, it's okay for women who were previously ambitious to be like, I'm tapping out.
I'm
I've gotten to
done.
this point. I've seen all that I can see. I've taken all that I can take. I don't want to do this no more. I'm out.
Yeah.
Both of
Yeah.
those things should be okay. So, like, a woman
Yeah.
should not be villainized because she's too ambitious. And at the same time, if you just want to be a cute little Pinteresty housewife, with your Pinteresty house and your Pinteresty kids, that should be okay as well.
A thousand
ambition
percent.
ambition will look, feel, sound different for all of us. And that needs to be
Exactly.
okay. That needs to be
Exactly. And
okay.
I think you've hit the nail on the head, because it's like what a big life looks for one is going to look very different for another person. And
Yeah.
that's part of this ambition. That's part of this wanting more journey. Wanting more could be like, wanting a bigger house for you and your family. That's beautiful and matches your Pinterest board. That could be wanting more.
The
Like,
scam of
um,
Pinterest boards.
the scam of the Pinterest board for my house. Yeah, that
Girl.
house is so beautiful. My gosh. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to be
I
in that house.
probably have like 30 Pinterest boards. I'm not kidding.
I think you've got more. You and Pinterest.
No,
I
I
know
do this
you and
thing
Pinterest.
where after a couple years, I like clean house. So I'll
A
delete a couple
couple
boards.
years. Yo. Can I
I'll
tell
like
you
delete a
something
couple
though?
boards, merge a
Can we
couple
just
boards.
I digress from the topic completely, but I love telling the story because it still just blows my mind. When Pinterest first came out, I feel like I told you the story. Maybe I've told the story. Maybe I haven't. I'm gonna tell it anyway because I love it. When Pinterest first came out, or when we first were all like, oh, Pinterest. I was on Pinterest a lot as well, and I had travel boards, I had like,
Yeah.
life goal boards, I had interior design boards. I had my future house boards. One of my boards was a travel board, like I said. And I just pinned like all of these places that I really wanted to go and I wanted to see. And
Mm,
there was this one, so I pinned this picture, and a lot of the pictures, like I didn't know where they were. I just knew that they were far away, foreign lands. Um,
yeah.
but they were beautiful and amazing. I was like, I can't wait to find these places, go see them. Anyway, I forget Pinterest. I lose interest in Pinterest very quickly because I'm like,
Mm,
well, we're done now. But and then I kid you not, like 6, 7 years later, I travel with my friend Nonji. We go to Greece. Okay.
mm,
And we staying in this beautiful Airbnb in Mykonos, and we walk down one of these like little paths, and it takes us right to this restaurant that's on the ocean. And I stand and I look, and it is the exact
on
picture
your Pinterest
that
board.
I had pinned to my Pinterest board. But obviously because it's been 6, 7 years, I don't immediately clock it.
mm,
There's this weird feeling of deja vu where I'm
mm.
like, have I been here before? Like, this looks so familiar. And
yeah.
this looks I was like, this is so weird. This is so weird. And then like a couple weeks later, I was on the Pinterest because I was doing an event planning thing, and that's where I get all the inspiration, the ideas. And there it was. And I was like, No way! Just these 2 worlds coming together. I pinned it and now here it is. I lived it. It was just such a full circle moment for me.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And I did wonder what part of this is like manifestation. Did I speak this moment into existence for me?
Mm-mm.
Anyway, I love telling
I
this
mean, because
story.
basically what you're doing with a Pinterest board is like creating a vision board, right?
1000%.
So, and then if you can see it, you can achieve it, right? You
1000%.
can be it. So it's sort of
Yeah.
that's a cute
Anyway,
story. I love it
it
for
is a cute
you.
story. Yeah, thank you. I love it for me too.
You know what you should
Okay.
do? Make a
Yeah.
Pinterest board and put your man on it. Oh my God. I digress. Can we talk about this? Because I'm not kidding. I'd seen this thing go around, okay, like maybe last year, 2 years ago. I don't remember now. And it's like women who want to get married and want their own man, and they'll go like on Instagram and take
Okay.
screenshots of somebody's husband
Oh my
and
gosh,
put
no.
on their Pinterest vision board. I'm not kidding. And say
Yeah.
they are manifesting him. And it became a whole thing because there was this particular woman whose husband had been used by, I mean, he was gorgeous. He was good looking, tall, black, beard gang, all of the things. And a lot of girls had used his picture on their vision board, on their manifestation board as manifesting. And somehow this thing came back to this woman. And I just remember the outrage. And she was just like, there
Can
are
you leave
like
my husband
random
alone?
male models out there. Why would you come on my Instagram and take pictures of my actual husband for your manifestation board? It was so
Yeah.
weird because I'm just like, what are you hoping is going to happen here? That they're going
With
to
you.
break up and
So
you're going to.
I fully look the rage fine, but like I understand her question, and which is why I hesitated when you said I must post a picture of a man because my issue is that even if it is a random male model, that's a person that exists in the world.
Yeah, but we're in the age of AI. So just
But even
go in and
AI
put
is
your prompts
learning.
into it
I know,
and
but
let
even
it create you a perfect
AI
specimen.
is
Woo!
learning. AI is learning. Okay, calm down. AI is learning. AI is learning from us. So even then, I still feel like AI is going to take pictures online and that's what it's going to show me.
Makes
So
mm.
and for me, even in the art that you'll see on my in my home, like there's no faces because I don't like this idea that I'm looking at a face of someone and I'm like, who
Yeah,
is that? I
I
don't
don't do
know.
faces either.
I don't know
Yeah.
who that is. And they're just in my house looking
Mm-mm.
at me. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I
Mm-mm.
don't like that. I don't like that. So
Same.
I think it would be difficult for me to create a Pinterest board with pictures
It
of
doesn't have to be
men.
with pictures of it
I
could
hear
just
what you're saying, but
be,
like
you
dipping
know,
into
I don't
that kind
know.
of idea,
But yeah, it
I
was crazy. I thought it was crazy, like putting someone's husband on your manifestation board. Yeah, I don't know. I can't get with it. I'm so sorry.
yeah, I know. I think for me also I'm the kind of person that believes in the energy that you're putting out into the universe is also like it has sway and it has input. Like it
Yeah.
works. You know what I mean? So if I'm looking at a picture of someone else's husband and coveting it or wanting
Yeah.
it, I'm
Yeah.
like what weird vibes are you putting in that's maybe low
Exactly.
key messing with someone's marriage? Like I don't
True.
know. Like
Yeah.
nah, 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 nah. I got can't be involved. I can't be involved. I can't be involved. Anyway, coming
Sorry,
back, I suppose
we've
we've
digressed.
digressed, but I suppose we're talking about the things that you want. You're allowed to want more. You're allowed to
Yeah,
want these things.
you're just not allowed to want somebody else's
You're
husband.
not allowed to want someone else's
At
husband.
least not
That's
until
yeah.
he stops being that person's husband.
Well, then yeah, of course, yeah, but you're not
Yeah,
allowed to
but
want someone's husband.
mm-mm, don't do it.
Um, but yeah, so I think yeah, so it was the big life. Big life for one looks different for somebody else.
Yeah,
I think we also as just as a people we need to get better at letting go of the myth that you have to make yourself palatable for other people. And there's people in my world that are very very good at this, that are really good at unashamedly being themselves. And that's something that I've looked at and been like, oh, like you guys are so good at staying strong
it's funny that you're
and
saying
who
this
you are.
because if I was looking at people in my world who are good at doing that, you'd be like number one.
I feel like I'm that person now, but like Cassie 10 years ago,
Oh, okay.
like
I didn't know
Cassie
you 10
15
years
years
ago.
ago. Exactly. Cassie 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I would be like, I didn't want to shake the room. Like I didn't want to
Mm,
rock the boat,
mm.
because I didn't want to be seen as difficult or be seen as, you know,
Yeah.
too
Shoo.
much or whatever.
Mm.
Now I'm like, I don't give two flying hoots. Like I will tell you what I think. Like, I'm not gonna really hold back. Sometimes I'll do it nicely, sometimes I won't. But yeah, there are people I think that are really good at staying true to who they are. And
Mm.
I think the other thing is that you need to surround yourself with people who are not gonna stifle your dreams, but who are actively gonna cheer you on. You know, if there's, and we've talked about this, friendships and all the things. There's some
Yeah.
people who don't have your best interests at heart, but the people who are around you who are actively cheering you on, who are not trying to make you fit into a box or into a bubble, like you need more of
Mm.
those people around you, to help, to just kind of remind you that, okay, this is, I'm allowed to want this, I'm allowed to be pursuing
Yeah.
this, I'm allowed to be chasing this. So yeah. Yeah, that was my thought there. I just was like, you're allowed to. I was upset with Grace Penn that she was being victimized for wanting to be vice president. You want to be vice
Grace
president, go
Penn.
and be vice president.
Grace
Yeah.
Penn.
Yeah.
She wasn't victimized for wanting to be vice president. Her husband did a thing that was going to ruin the administration, and it was
No.
not her administration.
Remember what I was saying in the beginning is that she was talking to Kate, and in it she was saying, like, she said to her, you know, I was victimized for my ambition, and here you
Um,
are, you don't even want it, and it's just being given to you, you know.
mm.
um but yeah, so if you want to be vice president, go be vice president, you know, go and do that. You're freaking
And if
allowed
you
to do it.
just want to be a diplomat,
And if you
be the
just want to be
best damn
ambassador,
diplomat you
you
can
want to be
be, you know?
do those things, do those things. So yeah. Come say hi on
At this
socials.
point, sorry,
Come
Cass,
tell
at this
us.
point, if you
Yeah.
guys have not watched The Diplomat, why are you even on our podcast? Why are you here? Nothing's going to make sense until you watch it. Go watch it now.
You
There's
have
two
to watch.
seasons.
Just go watch
Just
it.
two
It's
seasons.
so good. It is so, 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 so
I don't
good.
want to hype it that way. I'm just going to be like, yeah, it's okay. Because if I hype it now, you go
Oh,
watching it like disappointed. It's
I
a
don't
good
even want to.
show. It's entertaining. Carrie Russell is a dream to watch. Her and Hal, her husband,
Her and her husband.
they
Fantastic.
are toxic like you wouldn't
Fantastic.
believe, but they are
Fantastic.
entertaining. They're just
Fantastic.
so
What I was gonna actually tell you another story. Speaking of the Diplomat, I did tell you this, but it's just like watching the Diplomat, I think about this moment all the time. So I worked on this Earthshot conference thing, which was happening in
yeah.
Cape Town. And it was with the company that I work with and the royal family, like Prince William, all of this stuff. Anyway, and so one of the people, so I was speaking at the conference, but also speaking at the conference was the Foreign Secretary of the United Kingdom, and who is
So
the
the
and the
real
foreign
life
the
Denison.
real life Denison from the Diplomat was there. And like Denison is a beautiful black man. David Lammy,
Ooh,
a beautiful
that
black
man.
man.
Oh, is he? Is the
Well,
current foreign
well, no, no,
was
no.
he
But he was just
black?
saying, like, he is black. He's black. He's
Oh,
black.
you did not
Yes.
tell me this part. I didn't know he was black.
Okay. He's black. His name's David Lammy. So we're standing backstage just before we're all speaking, and like everybody around him is obviously like trying to talk to him because he's the foreign secretary of the United Kingdom. And and everyone's having like all of these hectic chats and trying to be really, really impressive. And I'm just looking at him and I'm just like, Denison, 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 Denison.
Probably didn't help that he's also black, you
But
know?
this is why I was freaking out, because I was like, I had no idea. And also when they sent us like the agenda of like all the things, he wasn't on it. Obviously for security reasons,
Mm,
they don't put
mm.
who's there. So when he arrived, everyone was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I was like, who is that? Because naturally I don't know who the foreign
Of
secretary
course
of the
not.
United Kingdom is.
Even
And
I don't know. So
they're like, oh, it's David Lammy, Foreign Secretary UK. And I was just like, oh, the Diplomat immediately,
Denison has arrived.
immediately, immediately. Anyway, so now we're standing backstage. Everyone else is being impressive, trying to impress him. And I just look at him and I go, have you watched The Diplomat? And he's like, no, I haven't watched it. And I was like, it's basically about you. Like, and it's like this person. So I tell him all about the show and how amazing it is. And he's like, okay, me and my wife, we love to watch like in bed. So I will, and
Cute.
he literally takes his phone out, he opens a note and he writes, The Diplomat, Netflix. And I was like, yes. And
Cassie has
I
taken the what to watch recommendations out of LMA into the real world.
And
To
I wish
Forex.
there was a world where I could call him and be like,
What
so
did
what
you
did you
think?
think? Like, I really, really
No.
want that. I really, really want
I
that. But
didn't
yeah.
know that he was black. And now I'm just thinking, can we just talk about how Dennison walks?
Walks.
Like,
Listen,
there's no
this was
way
the
that
next.
man is telling
Oh,
me that he didn't practice that walk, that he was born with that walk. Like he didn't.
no.
No. I'm so sorry. There's
Mm.
just something very,
He's so sexy. It is
yes,
so
something so sensual about the way
sexy.
he walks. There's that scene in,
I can't.
whew,
I
there's,
feel like
I
I know
think,
exactly what scene you're talking about. But please go before I go.
and
Wait,
then
wait, wait.
he's coming up the stairs, and then I think something about someone wants to see him, prime minister, and he
Everybody wants to see
buttons
him.
his jacket and is like, "Course," and there's a way he just turns his back
Turns.
and stuff, and I'm like, "Sir, what are you doing?
Mm.
What are you doing, sir?"
There's another moment in I think it's season 2 though. It is season 2. Something's gone to shit as it normally does. And the prime minister is like fuming and he like walks off to the prime minister and he's like, okay, I'm gonna go in the car with the prime minister. And then the way he walks around the car,
Round the car.
I'm just like, sir. Can we have more of you just arriving in a space? But there's something about when a man like dresses up in a suit and carries himself
three-piece.
well. Do you know what I mean? Like
Properly groomed, speaks well,
Mm.
carries a little bit of carries the right amount of arrogance. Do you know what I mean? There's like too much arrogance and there's not enough arrogance, but just the right amount for a man like a man with that much power. It's so good. It's so good. Honestly, if you've not watched it, you should watch it, because if you're on this podcast, it's gonna keep coming up. It's gonna keep coming up.
It's my
Cassie's
favorite.
obsessed. I mean, I love it, but Cassie's obsessed.
I am
So,
obsessed.
waiting for season
Anyway.
3 patiently.
Patiently waiting. So come say hi on socials. Come say hi on socials. You can find us on TikTok and Instagram, and of course, you can watch us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. That's the other one. Been doing this for a year, still can't end the episode well, but here we are. Leave me alone. I'm working on it. Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Hey, thanks for listening. Please don't forget to like and subscribe anywhere and everywhere you find your podcasts. Also, you can watch and subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Okay, love you. Bye.